The 3 flying squadrons of RAF Kinloss have today been disbanded. A ceremony to mark it was held at the RAF station in front of its honorary Air Commodore, the Duke of Edinburgh. Our reporter James Hurst is there. So James, the end of an era.
Yes, Kate, it really is the end of an era. You can see behind me a disused RAF Nimrod, like the rest of the fleet, already consigned to history. And without those planes to fly, that's why these 3 squadrons have today been disbanded. But as they said their farewells, the Scottish weather was not allowed to rain on their parade. Marching on for the final time, 42, 120 and 201 squadrons marked their disbandment not on a parade square, but in a giant hangar here at RAF Kinloss to take shelter from the rain. Shortly after, the guest of honour arrived, the Duke of Edinburgh, honorary Air Commodore to this station. At the same time, out of sight, a flypast by tornadoes from nearby Lossiemouth and planes from the Battle of Britain Memorial flight. These squadrons have history stretching back to the First World War, while some personnel from Kinloss currently serve in both Afghanistan and Libya. On the day of their disbandment, they gave the royal salute before the Duke carried out a final inspection.
Absolutely fantastic. It sounded spot on, you know, when we were all doing the rifle drills. Sounded in time. It was fantastic, really amazing. You get an immense sense of pride from doing these ceremonial duties. It's also quite humbling, really, you know, with the crowds clapping you. It's fantastic, absolutely amazing.
Emotional. It's I've been here 20 years, and we've just seen our 3 famous squadrons and an entire capability, and it's quite emotional.
Despite the finality of the occasion, every effort was put into making today a proper royal send-off. Yesterday, there were full rehearsals bearing arms for a day designed to mark the work of those behind the scenes of Kinloss, as well as those in the front line. In the kitchen of the officers' mess, preparations were underway for 800 VIP afternoon teas.
For everybody involved at RAF Kinloss, since the news of the closure and such, we've been building up to this day, and we'll be all up for a big day, for definite.
It's more than a year since Kinloss's Nimrods were taken out of service early. Then their rebuild as MRA-4s was cancelled and their scrapping announced in last year's defence review. With no planes to fly, the closure of Kinloss was also sealed. Although the Nimrod flying squadrons are now disbanded, RAF Kinloss is not yet closed. Normal airfield operations are expected to continue here for the next couple of months. The full drawdown of this station is expected to take much longer.
We will continue until the 1st of April 2013. But it is a significant day because you can't necessarily detach the flying from Kinloss and not perhaps believe that a part of Kinloss has died.
What will be happening at Kinloss after the flying squadrons have been disbanded?
We have a significant drawdown programme which involves really the rationalisation of the estate, the removal of materiel, and most importantly, and I do stress most importantly, the onward posting of our personnel.
The squadrons gave their honorary Air Commodore a final 3 cheers before marching off for the last time. The Duke chose not to leave straight after, instead spending more than a quarter of an hour talking to those who'd gathered to say farewell to the flying men and women of Kinloss. Now, the minds of people here today were not just on this station, but around 10-15 miles along the coast, also their sister station, RAF Lossiemouth, whose fate still isn't decided. And we are told the Defence Secretary was in Murray today, not here at RAF Kinloss, but visiting Lossiemouth, also further south, visiting personnel at RAF Lucas, although no decision has been taken on which, if either of those bases, will close under the Defence Review. He was there trying to explain answers and offer some reassurance to personnel.
All right, James Hurst at RAF Kinloss, thank you very much.